Hello everyone and welcome to an algebra tutorial video learning about how to add polynomials together using the horizontal method. So here we go. We've got two polynomials. We've got 4-term polynomial plus a 3-term polynomial. And we've got 4x cubed minus 6x squared plus 5x plus 3. And we're going to add to that this whole polynomial, x cubed minus 9x plus 7. So how do we go about adding these two things together? Well, with addition, let's start by looking at the fact that I have two separate polynomials. With this first polynomial, do I really need parentheses around it? I have a whole bunch of terms added together, but then I want to add a whole bunch of other terms. And so really what we end up doing is we can just take away the parentheses and rewrite it as one large polynomial. There's 4 terms right here, so 4x cubed minus 6x squared plus 5x plus 3. Those are added together, but let's just keep on adding. Let's add the x cubed, and let's add the minus 9x right there, and let's add the 7. So I can just take away the parentheses and just rewrite it all together, and essentially it's added. Notice I changed the minus 9x, I changed it to adding a negative. So it's a helpful thing to do, especially if we're going to look at rearranging things and reorganizing all of these terms. I might as well do it with a 6x squared here as well. Instead of minus 6x, let's change it to plus negative 6x squared. Because the next step now is I want to recognize that I have like terms and I want to combine like terms, right? I want to simplify my polynomial down. So let's look at what we got here. We got a 4x to the third power, and a like term is any other term that has an x to the third power. Like terms have the same variable factors. So I look here and I see, oh, I've got another x to the third power right here. Those are like terms, so I can take 4x to the third and add it. This would be considered 1x to the third. And so simplifying things down, I want to write that, add those together to make 5x to the third power. That's a little bit nicer, a little bit simpler to work with. All right, let's look at the next one. I want to go descending order. Notice I started with x to the third because that was the largest power that I have to work with. So I want to go in descending order. So the next biggest power would be to the second power. So let's see, we got negative 6x squared. But I don't have any other terms to the to the second power. So I'm going to go ahead and write, I'll turn it back into subtraction, minus 6x squared. I could have written it as plus negative 6x squared, but sometimes it looks cleaner this way as a subtraction problem. So there we go, taking care of the third power and the second power. The next one will be to the first power. So I got plus 5x, but I have a plus negative 9x. Well, the net effect then is to have minus 4x. And finally, we got my constant terms. I got plus 3 and plus 7. That's going to make plus 10. So there we go. We just successfully added our two polynomials. And notice it wasn't really anything new. It's stuff we've already learned. It's just adding terms together and combining like terms to simplify our expression down. There you go. That's an example of a horizontal method because we wrote things out horizontally and then just combined like terms.